Hello, I'm Atujima and you're watching Hornbill TV's Prime at 9. Queen Elizabeth II's funeral proceedings have begun at Westminster Abbey in London as the UK bids a final farewell to its longest reigning monarch. King Charles and other senior British royals followed the Queen's coffin into Westminster Abbey on Monday, as pall bearers carried the flag-draped casket along with the aisle in the country's first state funeral since 1965. A total of 2,000 dignitaries, including world leaders, are in attendance to pay their final tributes to the Queen. Inside the Abbey, lines of scripture have been set to music that has been used at every state funeral since the early 18th century.
Her late Majesty famously declared on her 21st birthday broadcast that her whole life would be dedicated to serving the nation and Commonwealth. Rarely has such a promise been so well kept. Few leaders receive the outpouring of love that we have seen.
The coffin of Queen Elizabeth II is made of English oak lined with lead, and it was built decades ago. The coffin is made of oak from the royal family's Sandringham estate, according to royal tradition, Sky News reported. Following the funeral service, a public procession will begin as the Queen's coffin travels from Westminster Abbey to Wellington Arch in London. The coffin will then be carried from Wellington Arch by the state heirs to Windsor, where Queen Elizabeth II will be laid to rest. The Queen will be buried next to her late husband, Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. At least 15 people were arrested so far after a clash broke out among groups of young men on Sunday, Leicestershire. Police said in a statement. The riots were triggered on August 28 after India won the Asia Cup T20 match against Pakistan. The arrests were made after videos went viral of mobs vandalizing a Hindu temple in the area. In a video that has gone viral on social media, a man clothed in black can be seen getting atop a building and pulling down a saffron flag amid hooting and cheering by a group of people.
Brother, we come out town, everyone got that shit. One of his come now, one of his come.
Leicestershire police said in a statement that a serious cognizance has been taken in the matter. We are aware of videos circulating showing a man pulling down a flag outside a religious building on Melton Road. This appears to have taken place while officers were dealing with nearby public disorder. We do not tolerate violence or disorder and are investigating the incident. Former Punjab Chief Minister Captain Amrinder Singh joined the Bharatiya Janata Party on Monday and merged his party Punjab Lok Congress with the Saffron Party. PLC spokesperson Pritpal Singh Baliwal notified of the development on Friday that came days after Amrinder Singh met Union Home Minister Amit Shah in Delhi. Had a very productive meeting with Union Home Minister Amit Shah ji. Discuss various issues pertaining to national security, the rising cases of narco-terrorism in Punjab and the future roadmap for the overall holistic development of Punjab, Singh had tweeted. Amrinder Singh, who broke ties with Congress ahead of the Punjab Assembly elections, had fought the polls in alliance with BJP. 7 former MLAs and 1 former MP who joined the PLC will also be among those to follow Singh, as per party spokesperson Pritpal Singh Baliwal. Other office bearers and district presidents of the PLC will also join the BJP in a separate event in Chandigarh, Baliwal had said. Three community organizations representing urban local authorities in Kohima, Mokokchung and Dimapur have advised against conducting the urban local body elections with women's reservation. The Kohima Municipal Ward Panchayat, the All Ward Union of Mokokchung Town and the Dimapur Urban Council Chairman Federation wrote to the Principal Secretary of the Municipal Affairs Department and Urban Development. They stated to have met with various tribal organizations and stakeholders. Considering the Nagaland Municipal Act 2001, which the organization stated infringes on social, customary and traditional practices of the Nagas, the three organizations urged the government to amend or review the sections and clauses of the Act before the urban local body elections are conducted. In its arguments, the organization stated that the municipal institution is not above the Constitution and that any law should be in consonance with the Constitution. For Nagas, Article 371A is related to both territory and people. For Nagas, the land and all its resources belong to the people, it stated. The organizations explained that all resources include people and women, and accordingly, a law deciding on the political rights of Naga women rests with the people. The letter stated further that Article 371A is a right granted to the Naga people that protect the Naga tribes from colonial as well as the Indian system of taxation. In other words, it stated that if the Naga people pay tax to the government, it implies that the land belongs to the government, but for the Nagas, the land belongs to the people. The organizations have requested the state's government to review or amend the Nagaland Municipal Act 2001 to fulfill the aspirations of the Naga people and thereafter conduct the municipal elections till the government reviews or amends the act. The organization stated that they will not compromise and will not allow or participate in the municipal election process in the state. The people of Nagaland will never accept development at the cost of their rights, the letter stated. In a representation served to the National Highways Authorities, the Zaniboto Chamber of Commerce and Industries has appealed for immediate repair and clearance of National Highway 702 between Zaniboto and Mokokchung. In a press release, the ZCCI drew attention to the deplorable condition of the National Highway 702. It stated that the road connects Zaniboto and Mariani, Johart and other places of Assam via Mokokchung, through which 90% of essential commodities are transported daily. The road is a lifeline for the people of the Zaniboto district, it stated. The organization lamented the condition of the road, which according to the ZCCI has, quote, infinite massive potholes and water logging, unquote, due to absence of drainage system. Further, the poor road is proving costly, leading to wastage of fuel and inflicting damage on vehicles, which burn the pockets of the citizens of Zunheboto district. In this connection, the Deputy Commissioner of Zunheboto, Rahul Banudas Mali Das, also forwarded the letter to the authorities. The DC's letter stated that the important road is neglected and minor repairs undertaking have been found inadequate. It stated that the condition of the road is such that potholes are 2 to 3 feet deep, that even trucks and large vehicles with high ground clearance find it difficult to ply. Average public members with small vehicles are forced to travel out of necessity with constant vehicle damage and accidents, it stated. It added that if the road is not repaired and vegetation cleared, it might cause death and injuries from vehicular accidents. Such a situation may amount to criminal negligence on part of the PWT-NH and its officers, inviting action as per provisions of the laws, it stated. Focusing on the strong culture of community-led development in Nagaland Education Project, the Lighthouse, a project funded by the World Bank, emphasizes to reinforce the relevance of communitization of schools and strengthen the community's role as guardians of public institutions. To build capacity, enhance participation and promote commitment, the performance incentive grants is being made available to 1,939 government schools in Nagaland in 3 batches over a 2-year period, a press release received here on September 19 stated. In the first batch, 738 schools were shortlisted and activities are being implemented under the first installment, the press release stated. Applications are invited for the second batch from September 20, for which forms are available for download on Nagaland Edu Pro, and link is also being shared with all EBRC coordinators and district project assistants to circulate to all eligible schools. Forms should be duly filled and submitted to the EBRC coordinators along with the mandatory enclosures of or before October 7, 2022 for further screening and approval. The welfare scheme Sampurna Suraksha Kendra was launched on September 19 at the School of Nursing Naga Hospital Authority in Kohima. Addressing at the program, Project Director of Nagaland State AIDS Control Society, Dr. Akko Sorhe, said in her keynote address that the Sampurna Suraksha strategy is a new immersion learning model to identify the best path forward, collect feedback and adapt strategies on the go to reach out to the population at risk for HIV and STIs under the National AIDS Control Organization, supported by the Global Fund Grant 2021-22. She said that the vision is to accelerate the national HIV response by reaching out to the at-risk population towards achieving fast-track targets and reducing HIV and STI-RTI. Kohima's Deputy Commissioner Shanawasi also said Nagaland has a high prevalence of HIV/AIDS with 1.45%, which rank second to Mizoram in the Northeast. He urged the staffs to reach out to the people through the Sampurna Suraksha Kendra strategies.
At-risk individuals who do not identify themselves as a part of any high-risk group are still being missed out in the routine coverage. So SSS is targeted towards those at-risk individuals to help them stay negative and staying healthy. The at-risk population here includes the following: adolescents and young population who are at risk due to their risky behavior, unreached key populations, and their spouses, partners, and children.
Whether we admit it or not, we somehow gets a thought, a taboo in our minds and in the society. That is undeniable, it is there. And I'm sure that the people living with HIV/AIDS, half of the confidence is already lost because of the quality of life the society in and around them gives them. That we treat them in such a way, their confidence is gone, their willpower to live is gone.
A program launching the Pradhan Mantri TB Mukt Bharat Abhiyan Ni Keshe 2.0, a digital platform for community support for the persons with TB, was conducted on September 19 in the Raj Bhavan in Kohima. In his brief address, Commissioner and Secretary to Governor T. Mabemo Yantan said the national program is a platform for community support to the needy. He urged stakeholders to work harder with renewed vigor to eliminate TB from the state. Updates from the PRO of Raj Bhavan informed on Monday. The Tripura Legislative Assembly has taken a decision to dismiss the post of MLA Vrish Ketu Deva Varma. The decision has been finalized after a long-running hearing. The MLA reportedly did not attend the hearing for several rounds. He did not attend the hearing on Monday too.
এখানে অনেকগুলো বিষয় আছে। অ্যাকচুয়ালি এটা তো খুব লং পেন্ডিং সাবজেক্ট। এটা বহুদিন আগেই এটা সম্বন্ধে আমরা বারবার ওদেরকে ডেকেছি, জানার চেষ্টা করেছি, কিন্তু ম্যাক্সিমাম টাইমে বিশ্বদূত তো নিজে একবারও সশরীরে আসেননি, শুধু একবার একটা চিঠি পাঠিয়েছিলেন এবং যিনি পিটিশনার এনসি দেব বর্মন মহোদয়, তিনি পার্টির প্রেসিডেন্ট এবং সেই সঙ্গে তাদের পরিষদীয় দলীয় নেতা। উনিও আমাদের কাছে চিঠি দিয়েছিলেন বিভিন্ন সময় এবং একবার দুবার হাজিরও হয়েছিলেন। তারপরে উনি দীর্ঘদিন যাবৎ অসুস্থ। আজকে ফাইনাল হিয়ারিংয়ের জন্য আমরা আবারও বিশ্বকেতুকে চান্স দিয়েছিলাম। আমরা কখনো চাই না যে একজন সিটিং এমএলএ চলে যাক, তো সেই জন্য বারবারই এটা অনেকের মনেই এই প্রশ্নটা এসছে যে বারবার কেন সুযোগ দেওয়া হচ্ছে।
In view of this, Ratan Chakraborty, the Speaker of the Assembly, informed the media about the decision. The Speaker said many opportunities had been given to MLA Vrish Ketu Deva. Legally, this decision will be informed at a later date by Speaker Ratan Chakraborty. However, he has indirectly explained that the post of MLA will no longer belong to Vrish Ketu Deva. Now, it's just awaiting the announcement for cancellation, which will be made soon, it is informed. The Tripura Finance Minister Jishnu Dev Varma has assured employment of unemployed individuals who pass the TAT before the festival Durkotsav. Durkotsav is approaching, but till now no notification has been issued by the government regarding the recruitment of unemployed people who have passed the TAT exams. A crowd of unemployed individuals marched to the Finance Minister's residence on Monday, demanding immediate appointment. This morning, unemployed youths who had passed the TAT exams gathered and went to the residence of the State Finance Minister Jishnu Dev Varma. They spoke to the Finance Minister there. Later, after the meeting with the Finance Minister, the individuals talked to the media. They said the government is sincerely trying to solve the problem of successful TAT candidates before the Durgotsava.
মানে উদ্দেশ্য নিয়ে আসলাম ফাইন্যান্স মিনিস্টার মাননীয় অর্থমন্ত্রীর কাছে যে আমরা যারা ফাইল পেন্ডিং মানে 3631 জনের মধ্যে ট্যাট উত্তীর্ণ, ট্যাট 1 ট্যাট 2 মিল্লা, তো এই উত্তীর্ণদের মধ্যে শুধু 576 শুধু অনুমোদন দেওয়া হয়েছে এবং তার ভিত্তিতে ট্যাবলেট নির্বাচন করা হয়েছে। তো এখন যে 3055 জন আছে রিমেনিং যে পার্টটা, সেই অনুমোদন আমরা এখনও পাইছি না। স্যারের সাথে কথা হয়েছে যে উনি চেষ্টা করতেছে যে অ্যাজ সুন অ্যাজ পসিবল যাতে আমরা ফাইলটা মানে অ্যাপ্রুভাল হইতে পারি এবং 1-2 দিনের মধ্যে হয়তো পূজার আগে আমরা কোনো একটা গুড নিউজ পাইতে পারি। জাস্ট কয়েকটা দিন অপেক্ষা করার জন্য। হ্যাঁ, এবং স্যারও পজিটিভ হয়ে আছে এবং রাজ্য সরকার সহকারে পজিটিভ আছে। হ্যাঁ, তো জাস্ট আমরা কয়েকটা দিন আমরা অপেক্ষা করলে স্যারও দেওয়া যারা শিক্ষামন্ত্রী স্যার কইছে, হ্যাঁ, যারা যে কথাটা কইছে যে এই বছর দুর্গাপূজার আগে আমরা নিয়োগ করার নিচে রাজ্য সরকার উদ্যোগ নিছে।
According to available information, the government is already going to appoint more than 500 posts. Soon after the approval of the Finance Department, qualified unemployed individuals would also be hired. A member of the National Commission for Scheduled Castes on Monday visited Lakhimpur Kheri in Uttar Pradesh, where two teenage Dalit sisters were allegedly raped and murdered and their bodies were found hanging from a tree. Anju Bala, a member of the NCSC, said she had met the family members of the deceased and assured the family of all possibilities of government help and aid. Taking stock of the situation, the NCSC member said that the accused will be strictly dealt with.
और मैं इस समय कर्नाटका में थी कल मैं वहीं से मैं आ रही हूँ सीधे क्योंकि बहुत हाईलाइट भी हो रहा है और फैमिली से हमने सो मोटो पावर लेके फैमिली से हम मिलने आए हैं जानने आए हैं दर्द क्या है दर्द है तकलीफ है अंदर से टूटे हुए हैं लेकिन भरोसा भी है प्रशासन पर उनको कि हमें इंसाफ मिलेगा और कमीशन भी उनको पूरा भरोसा ये दिलाने आया है कि आप बिल्कुल भी घबराइए मत धैर्य रखिए एसआईटी की टीम गठित होने जा रही है और हम आपके मीडियम के माध्यम से भी बताने जा रहे हैं कि फास्ट ट्रैक कोर्ट में ये केस चलेगा इसी की हम आज बोलेंगे भी कि जितनी जल्दी हो सके इन्वेस्टिगेशन पूरी करके चार्जशीट लगा के और इसमें जो सख्त से सख्त सज़ा हो सकती है वो तत्काल होनी चाहिए हालांकि हम तो खुद भी चाहते हैं और परिवार का एक ही कहना है कि जैसे हमने अपनी दोनों बेटियां खो दी उनको फांसी की सज़ा होनी चाहिए और हम भी चाहते हैं कि फांसी की सज़ा होनी चाहिए इस तरीके के जो अपराध हैं उस पर अंकुश तभी लगेगा जब इस तरीके की सज़ा होगी क्योंकि उन लोगों ने अपना गुनाह कबूल भी कर लिया और इस तरीके से गुनाह कबूल कर रहे हैं जैसे उन्होंने पता नहीं कौन सा अच्छा काम कर दिया तो ऐसे लोगों को बख्शना नहीं चाहिए उनको फांसी की सजा होनी चाहिए
Bala later left for the district headquarters where she will be holding a meeting with the district magistrate, police officials and other administrative officials. The deceased sisters were found hanging from a tree in the region on September 15. The Uttar Pradesh police arrested 6 people in connection with the incident. The NCSC on Thursday took suo motu cognizance of media reports on the deaths of the sisters and issued a notice to authorities seeking an action taken report. The houses of the 3 persons accused in the Rewa gang rape case were demolished by authorities on Sunday. A girl was allegedly gang raped by 6 men in the Rewa district of Madhya Pradesh on September 16 near the famous Ashpuji temple. The police arrested 3 accused and the search for 3 other accused persons is still on, said the police. The arrested accused have been identified as Shiv Yadav, Kishan Dalia and Vidya Sagar. The police said that the victim had gone to the temple with her friend where the accused allegedly committed the act and also beat the victim and her friend and snatched their mobile phones. The police said that many of the accused were minors. That's all we have for now. Keep watching Hornbill TV.